up, everybody? Coach Sheets here with Coach to Coach with my brother,
Coach Bro,
dude.
Coach Cheeto.
Yeah, we still haven't figured out what his coaching name is. We've been separated we coached for like 4 or 5 years together, and then
Yep.
separated. So, hope you guys are doing good. We got some mics now, so hopefully the volume's a little better. Volume?
We're hoping that we sound a little more crisp.
Clearer. A little more clear. Boy, we're new at this.
I'm a professional.
Professional moron.
Fair point.
Yeah. Do you need the helmet? No, I'm just joking. So today we're going to talk about more of a in-depth on what we're going to be doing, topics we're going to be talking about, and all that stuff. We wanted to start by kind of giving you a little overview of who we are, football experience and all that stuff.
Where am I supposed to be looking? Because I feel like in the last video I was looking over here like this every time I looked at the camera.
You just look at your, like I'm looking at myself.
I'm just talking to myself.
Right, because I feel, whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Just look at the phone. I mean, it's...
I felt like I was the last time, but I felt like I was looking like this. I didn't know. I don't know.
Shut up and tell them about yourself.
Okay, so I got into youth coaching. Actually, let me go way back. All right, I actually wasn't really a huge fan going through school of football. Never. I mean, I liked it, but I wasn't interested in sports. Growing up, I was interested in running around with my buddies and some video gaming and stuff. I tried out in 7th grade for tackle football, and my mind wasn't quite there. I guess I didn't understand football at that point. I can remember the first game. I was on special team. I was third string, a heck of a ball player. And I can remember the kickoff at a Logansport game, 7th grade, and my mindset is, hey, cool, we're playing football, so I'm gallivanting down. I'm going to block this guy. And this dude came up, I mean, like a bull, man, and just boom, laid me on my back, and I'm like, God, trying to get up. I'm like, what's that dude's problem, man?
I thought we were having fun.
I thought we were having fun. Well, all the videos my parents took of the games normally consisted of players playing football and me on the sideline in my football uniform. Speaking of the cheerleaders, so that was pretty much my football career. And again, in high school, I really didn't care about sports that much until I got out. Truthfully, I didn't become a man really until I got out of high school and started working directly for my father at Leondas. And that's where it led me to. Travis was just coming up, being 8 years apart. He was just coming up to the junior high and stuff, and I started watching him at the defensive end position, and he was doing some pretty studly things, and I was like, man, this kid's actually pretty good, and just I only missed 2 games of his entire high school career.
Appreciate that. Brooke too,
Yep.
Your wife, yes.
Freshman through senior year, we went to every single game. Loved it. I grew a love for that sport, and then, obviously, he made a name for himself, in a small town, and was just an absolute warrior out on the field. He was fun to watch. But that's when I really started to love football. So really, you turned me on to football.
Yeah.
Really getting that passion for it.
Yeah.
I started to see the heart you were putting into it. And honestly, man, it kind of reminded me of like a Rudy, but you weren't small. You were one of the biggest dudes on the field. But the heart you put into it. So then I had a son, 2008, and then he got into football. He did flag, but then once he got into tackle, 3rd grade, and I started coaching 3rd grade youth tackle football. The rest is history. I grew to love it, passionate about it, getting to know the kids. One thing that I myself try to pride myself on as far as coaching the youth is you don't know what kind of home life these kids have.
Absolutely.
You don't.
Yeah.
Some kids aren't getting the love or the attention that they need. So one thing that I like to focus on is whenever I see a kid coming to practice or showing up for a game, always try to make it a point to go up to them and really let them know that, hey, I see you.
Absolutely. The hour and a half that you get with them could be besides school, and even then there could be issues in school, but that hour and a half could be their, the highlight of their day,
Right.
the highlight of their week. So it's important. What we do in youth sports is so important. Coaches are so important. I remember my youth coaches. I remember my high school coaches. There's things that they have said to me and things that have,
Right.
it continue, like my high school coach saying, when you get knocked down, you got two options. You're going to stay down, you're going to get back up. Just simple things like that. I think about that in life and stuff. So, yeah, I started. Are you done? Is that it?
Yeah, I think that was everything.
Okay. I started playing football, and I played flag. I think back then we played 3rd and 4th grade flag. I think 5th and 6th was in the school. It was tackle. But it was more, actually there's 4 teams of 5th and 6th grade, and we scrimmaged each other. We had crazy numbers back then, but different time. I played then. I liked football. Baseball was my favorite sport, and
What?
yeah, baseball was my favorite sport growing up. Yeah. I hit junior high. I enjoyed football. Same thing. When I hit high school, junior high, I went through a really weird time. I started not making good decisions. I also took those into high school. So my freshman year, I wasn't making good decisions. But what was awesome was I had a cousin, Ian Williams, and we're going to have him on at some point. I'll never forget. He walked in. I was playing video games. I was like severely overweight. I was going into my freshman year, and Ian was a junior at that time, which helped me out tremendously in high school. I didn't go into high school, nervous or anything, because I had a cousin who was a junior. He walks in the room, he goes, "What are you doing?" And I looked down, I was like, "What?" I had Cheetos and Coke, and I'm playing video games. That's all I did. And he goes, "Get up, come on." And he took me to weights, and I found a passion for weightlifting. I found a passion for football that pulled me out of the bad situation I was in, along with meeting my wife. We were high school sweethearts. I feel like the Lord really used her and football to pull me out. He gave me a passion for those things, to pull me out of the darkness, to come to the light, and it worked. I fell in love with football. I started to see, my body transition. I started losing all that weight. Then I got on the football field my freshman year, and Derek Briscoe, you worked with him. That dude was a behemoth, and he was my welcome to
Who'd you say? Derek?
Jacob Briscoe.
Derek Briscoe.
Derek Briscoe.
Shout out to Jake Briscoe.
Love
That's
you,
dude
Jake.
right
My
there.
bad.
I watched that dude bear hug trees and throw them in the brush truck. He was
Imagine
massive.
a 185-pound kid and him coming at him. He was my welcome to high school. And he took it easy on me, I know, but him taking it easy was rough. So anyways, enjoyed it, loved it. Sophomore year, I ended up getting a starting position on the varsity, and loved it, excelled. Football to me is the greatest team sport. You could have 10 studs out there, but if one of them misses their job, doesn't do what they're supposed to do, it's a touchdown, it's a blown play. And that's what I love. And that's the kind of stuff that we want to talk about here is why, your son's carrying the ball. Why is he only getting a yard? Why is he getting stopped behind the line of scrimmage? Well, it might not be his fault. It could be that your guard who's supposed to pull didn't pull. Or when he pulls, like last year, I had my tight end running all the way to the sideline. I'm like, no, we're trying to hit right here, buddy. You can't keep running past the. Anyways,
he might just be being lazy too.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. But high school is when I really fell in love with football. They say that a switch flips. Mine flipped in high school. So loved it. I love football. It's taught me so much about life. It saved me in some aspects.
Football
really did.
is life.
Yeah. Yes. Football is everything. That's the end of the podcast. See ya. This man calls me. He says, "Hey, I need, can you come help me out with Aiden?" And I said, "My nephew." I said, "Yeah, absolutely." I went in there. I fell in love. I fell in love with coaching
Hey.
day one.
Aiden's in 4th grade, but I mean, he was still kind of fresh out of high school. A few years out, maybe.
I was quite a few years out.
Yeah, like I said, he had just graduated high
I
school.
was probably 26 or 7.
Anyways, he still had like varsity, old school, smash mouth.
Well, yeah.
It was a little hard.
Yeah.
He was a little rough around the edges when he
Yeah.
was dealing with little
Yep.
kids, but
Yep.
he got it figured out. Now, honestly, he's surpassed me as a youth coach. What did I just say? I'm the better brother. He's an idiot. Well, we're done.
Yep, that's it. Cut. Yeah, so I loved it. Fell in love with coaching. I mean, it was, so it was a lot for me. We're going to go into a little more later.
Hey, we're sorry. If you guys are still watching this and hanging on, that's awesome.
Appreciate you.
True fans, hit the like button.
Yep.
Hit the subscribe button.
Please. We appreciate it. We want you guys to know who we are. And I know that in the community, Peru community, you guys, you may not know our backstory. I started coaching youth. I loved it. I fell in love with it. It's been it's kind of got me some purpose again. So it's not a 9 to 5, go home and then that's it. It's, 9 to 5, which is not 9 to 5. I don't work 9 to 5, but, and then it's pour into kids. It's pour into other lives. It's all about the kids. That's what it's all about. It's about developing athletes and developing young people into great adults. That's our whole goal. So we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors. Oh, wait.
Editor, go ahead and put the sponsor's name in my hand.
That wouldn't be anybody. We don't have sponsors. It's just that a lot of people say that, so I thought we should. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty
don't.
good then, since you're the editor and you don't know how to do things like that yet.
I have no idea.
Hey,
don't.
Travis, put a football spinning on my finger.
You're going to look real stupid. Like that.
I trust you. Don't make me look stupid, brother. I'm your brother, man.
Trust away. It's not going to work. So I want to talk about things that we are going to cover on this channel. Number one, we're going to cover directing. If you are in control or over a program, whether that be over the school, like ours is actually connected to the school now. So I'm the director of the Tiger Cub program here in Peru. And
When did that happen?
last year, it's been a whole year. I've loved it. I love being a director. It is a lot of work. It's very tiring, but I enjoy it. When you're doing something you love, being tired's not really, it's not a big deal to me because I love it so much. We're going to talk about coaching on here, some tactics that we've used that have worked, some that haven't. Like he was saying earlier, I come in and I'm like, Oklahoma's line up 5 yards apart and run as fast as you can into each other. 3rd and 4th graders. Like, So if you're a first-time coach and you played back in the 90s and the early thousands and the 2000s, you might want to watch a little bit of because it's a different time.
You gotta
and
tone it
honestly,
back.
at the end of the day, we're here for safety. We want the kids to be safe, and running them as hard as they can into each other is just not. It's not productive.
I blame it on the numbers that are kind of going down.
Yeah.
The old heads were all about smash mouth, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you did. You separated the weak. Not really the weak,
Not
but the
the
ones that the switch hadn't flipped yet.
Yet.
Sometimes it takes a while for other
Because
kids.
this year I had 4 kids who started out passive,
Yep.
and by the end of the season, were coming downhill and absolutely not destroying kids, but making good form tackles and taking the kids down.
I mean, honestly, smash mouth football, you can get kids out before they flip that switch that honestly could have been studs.
Absolutely.
And not only that, but we're battling with parents not wanting their kids to play now because they're worried about concussions and stuff like that. We have to take
Rightfully
classes.
so.
Yeah, but
And
But
we'll go
we-
over that stuff as we
Right.
Yeah, as we continue.
So right now I'm going to do every episode in this one episode. I hope you guys have 8.5 hours.
If you're still here, we appreciate it. We got directing, coaching, and then parents. I get so many questions as a coach, and now that I'm a director, my phone's going off quite a bit, and I love it. I'm not complaining. If you have a question, that's my job. But what do they need? What do I need, coach? Do I need this? Do I need cleats? What kind of cleats do I need? Can I use my son's soccer cleats? Stuff like that. We're going to talk about that. What to expect as a parent, stuff like that. So overview from director, some things that I wrote down. I want to talk about when we do get to the director, what I came into as far as a program, and what I thought was good, going well, what I thought wasn't. I'm still learning that. I had 38 helmets to replace my first year. That was a big mountain that we had to, I mean, you're talking thousands of dollars. So I had to raise that money.
We had to. This guy.
Oh yeah, I apologize. I did all the work and Adam did none. I can edit that out. That'll be edited out.
I didn't want to put this on.
You have to.
Why does it smell like a Foot Locker in here?
Because that was Derek Jacob Briscoe's helmet.
That was all Earl Jacob Briscoe's.
So yeah, how I raised numbers. If it wasn't a record, it wasn't probably a record, but our numbers were massive.
We're gonna call it a record
for
because
tackle.
there's no way to prove otherwise. So we set a record.
Yeah. But anyways, our numbers went up quite a bit. I'm talking about how I raised the money. So if you're a director, you need to know some ideas. You want some ideas on how to raise money? I'm going to talk about that. How to recruit coaches. It's hard to recruit at the youth level, so we're going to talk about that. It's hard to recruit good youth coaches. It is. And shout out real fast to dads who step up when nobody else does. If that's you, watch a little bit. We're going to give you some pointers on that. How to promote your program, how to get it out there, how to make it. I always say, a youth program isn't going to be something that people are looking at. Make them notice. It's your job as a director to make the community notice your program and the kids and all that. How to plan camps. That's something I had no idea how to do, and I did that this year, and that was a great success. So
What number are we on?
We're on director. I'm going to coaching next.
That's number 1, dude.
We're almost done. Number 2, coaching. Now we're going to talk about coaching. A quick overview on coaching, and then I'm going to give you some, and obviously you can, but getting assistance, making sure the kids are corralled and not destroying each other. So just some things that you need to think about. Helping the kids love the sport, making them love it. They will fall in love with it.
Yeah.
Hard coaching and loving. Setting up communications on an app or something that you can get communicated to the parents what they need to know. Stuff like that. So you got anything else?
Yeah. Be passionate. When you're coaching, be passionate. The kids feed off of that. So yeah. Show your passion for football.
Yeah.
It runs over. Also, again, to touch back, make sure the kids know that they're special, that, that there's somebody out there for them.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's important.
Right. Number 3, another thing we're going to talk about is parents. What do you guys expect? What do you need? What kind of things are you going to need? That's going to change from program. We provide pants and shoulder pads and all that stuff. I know some programs don't. We have jerseys. We have practice jerseys and game jerseys. So the parents don't have to pay a huge registration fee so we can get jerseys, stuff like that. So we're going to go over what we need. And then like my boy, for example, we bought him baseball shoes for $60. And then football comes around and some parents were buying them, other cleats for football. Use the baseball cleats. That's just save yourself a little bit of money.
Just not metal spikes.
Well, absolutely. Yeah. Why is your coach doing certain things? Why? Put that on your head. You're a dunce. Is that what they called it
Continue.
back in the day? Your head's going to shake. You're so dumb. Some things that your coach may be doing that you wonder why they're doing it. Also, we'd like you to put some questions in the comments. If you got questions as a director, a coach, a parent that you would like us to discuss and talk about, put that in the comments. We'd love to answer those, discuss them. We don't know if we can answer them. We'll do our best. Also, this is a channel that I would like to be also, I'm going to say also again. But we would like the Peru community to, like and subscribe, Peru community.
Like and subscribe. We had almost 400 views in 6 days and like 62 likes. I mean, it's right there. Just hit this button.
Yeah.
Do it! Well, don't hit this one. If you don't like it, just leave a comment like, hey, you guys could not be dumb.
Yeah. How
or
about
something.
that? How about you not be yourselves, huh? Positivity is what we need. I would like to have some coaches we'd like to interview in the community.
Players.
So we'd love to do that.
I'd like to bring some of my old, some of the kids I've coached when they were third graders.
Yep. We're gonna have players on here. We're gonna have other coaches. We're gonna have some parents come in, and we're gonna have a little talk on what they have experienced, or we're gonna talk about a lot of things. We're gonna cover a lot, so we might go through some series and stuff like that. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. It's going to, I hope, give you guys a little more understanding of what goes on in youth sports and why certain things happen the way they do. I feel like there's a lot of gray area between parents and coaches and coaches to parents. We're learning to do this. It's going to take us a little bit to figure it all out, and we appreciate you guys. Oh, coaching wives. We're going to have them.
Coaching wives.
Coaches.
You were so excited about that. Coaches' wives.
I said coaching wives.
Coaching wives? Wife?
I didn't even say coaches' wives.
Coaching
I
wives.
said coaching.
I thought you said coaching wives. I'm so confused. Hey, moron! Can we get back? You need to wear that. Where were we?
Have you ever heard of a coaching wife? What is that?
We're gonna have coaching wives. What are we? We're gonna have them. We're gonna have
The coaches' wives come on and talk about their experiences, because it can be hard sometimes being a coach's wife.
Yes,
you hear all
it
the negative they talk about your husband, and
It is. Yeah, they got the wife of the coaches also has they've got a lot that they got to sacrifice.
Yeah, they do. We appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe, like we've said for 4,000 times, because we really want it. We really want you to subscribe. We'd appreciate it.
Editor, put a big blue thumbs up right above my hand.
You're
here.
not.
Not your thumb. A cartoon one.
I'll do my best. I'll do my best. We appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe. We'll see you.
Peace!